Wow, wow, wow. Good evening, everyone. Welcome tonight on the Speaker Show. Once again, I'm going to say Happy New Year. Happy New Year to each and every one of you out there, to all my beautiful viewers, my beautiful audience. I want to say a very, very big Happy New Year to each and every one of you. I hope and I pray that, that this year is going to be, it's going to be an amazing one. It's going to be a year of abundance. It's going to be a year of glory. It's going to be a year of help. It's going to be a year of supernatural glory that you never expect. Help from where, all over that you didn't even plan. That's my prayer for each and every one of you. And I pray that, this year will be a year of growth for majority of the people out there. So I want to say congratulations that you all made it to 2026. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And I hope that like that this year is gonna be a great one. All right. So another thing that I want to say before I get into the show tonight is I just want to apologize because I'm sure a lot of you have seen the poster all over the place. And tonight our guest is not able to be with us due to some personal emergency. But next week, they're gonna be here with us, and this is gonna give us more avenue to invite friends and family. This is a lawyer that is gonna be in our midst. They've got so much information for us. They've got so many topic for us that we can learn from. So next week when you're coming, don't come alone. Please don't come alone. Come with someone. Let someone learn. Let someone be part of this. And the person that is going to be here, that you guys have seen on the poster, is an amazing person that is a public figure in the community because people see him and see what he has done. So in that, that is there. So please, 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 let's just invite our friends and family to join us. All right. So welcome again on the Speaker Show. I'm your host, Nina Lafatai. Like I said, thank you for joining me this evening. Now, this is a brand new year. The Speaker Show, for some of you who are just joining for the first time, the Speaker Show is a place of inspiration, motivation, where minds are being liberated through reasoning. So, what does that mean? On the Speaker Show, we inspire, we coach, accountability. That's what we do. We support each and every one, to be a better person, to be a better version of themselves. And strongly, we believe that everyone has a potential, everyone has a goal that you have been created to do, that you have been created for. And I know that, you can achieve it. And that is why we have the Speaker Show to guide you, to help you, to create a platform of inspiration that will get you to that place that you need to be. So that being said, I want to say one more time that welcome on the Speaker Show. All right. So tonight that we're not going to be having our guest with us. So the topic is going to change a little bit. I'm just going to be giving us like a little bit of storytelling. And tonight's show is not going to long. It's not going to be long. It's going to be very short because you know, it's been it's been really looking forward to being with our guest tonight. So tonight is going to be pretty short, like I said, and then we all just going to prepare and then look forward to next week because next week is going to be great. It's going to be a great section with our guest. All right. So tonight, with the topic, we're still going to roll into the same topic, but we're going to be learning more from him by next week. So the important of building a strong relationship in a community. See, many people are in a community that people don't even know they exist. People don't even know that they're there. Maybe for one reason, and everybody have different reasons. Some it could just be because they just want people, they don't want people to really get to know them. And some it might be because they just don't know who to connect with. Some it might be just because for personal reasons. So there are tons of reasons why people decide to stay low key in the community. But I want to encourage you because this is 2026 and this is the year that we all need to achieve some level of greatness in our lives. And there's no how you can achieve something by you just staying alone, by you being all by yourself. There's no how any of those things can be achieved. So I'm encouraging you tonight that you just need to step your foot outside. You need to go out. You need to get involved in what is happening in the community. You need to know. It's very important for you to know what's going on, because if you don't know, you're just going to be in your own little circle, and then you're going to be dealing with the whole, like, the information that you've known, and you're not going to be informed. You're not going to know what's going on in the world today. You're not going to know, other than you just staring on social media, and that's it. This year is a year of advancement. This year is a year of fulfillment. This year is a year of help. And how can you seek for help when you sit alone in your little corner? So I'm telling you this evening that you just need to make sure that you step outside this evening, that you step outside so you can achieve all that you want to achieve this year 2026. All right, so I'm going to get into my storytelling, and then we're going to make it a short show this evening, like I said, and then we're going to be rounding up. All right, so I want to say this, like, there's strength, there's a huge strength, when we share, when we get involved with our community. See, there's this perspective that we've always had, that there was a time when people usually believe that strength meant you just standing alone, you being by yourself, that if you could carry everything by yourself, you're powerful, you're a great person. And that's what everyone try to portray, that I can do it. And the reality is that you break down. And these are the things that is affecting our men out there, because they carry all the things, all the burdens by themselves, and they don't tend to share with their spouse. And at the end of the day, they break down, because even your spouse, your home is a mini community. So, but communities don't survive on isolation, and I want you to understand that they survive on connection. The only way that you and I can survive in this part of the world is through connection. It's true, staying connected with our communities, because your community plays a major role in your life. Think about it. Either you're single, either you're married, you have children. The children are going to grow in the community. The children are going to have friends in the community. So if you isolate yourself, how are the children going to grow? So you need the community to survive in this part of the world. So I once watched a neighborhood change sometimes ago, not because of new buildings or even better road, but because people began to see one another. A woman stopped rushing past a neighbor and asked, "How are you really doing?" How many of you ever did that? How many of you ever walked on the street and then you ask someone, "How are you doing?" Or even people that you met at the church. Some of you exchange numbers with people, and that's the end of it. That day is the end of it. You don't even bother to communicate. You don't even bother to check on them. You don't even bother to say hi. And then we ask, like, why are people being depressed? Why are people having anxiety? Why are people going through stress? Why are people going through all sort of things? So you could imagine, when you stop and ask someone, "How are you doing today?" You know how much that person is going to appreciate it, that at least somebody thought about me, somebody remembered me. A young person found a mentor who didn't just give advice, but listened. Listen, strangers slowly became names in your memory. They became on your phone. Everyone that you know are all strangers. After all, the person that I know is not from my mother's home. My friends are not the same mother and the same father as I am. Everyone at some point were all strangers. But because you took the time to get to know the person, because you took the time to get to introduce yourself, you took the time to exchange numbers, that's how communication began. That's how, communication, conversation became trust. And this is how community is built. So strong relationship, it doesn't start with just grand gesture, or like just hi and all. It just no. This start with present, with showing up when it's uncomfortable, with listening when it's easier to walk away. If I ask you, how many people have you showed up for like that? That even when it's uncomfortable for you, you still showed up for them. Or even events in your community, some of you would just lay back, just don't do anything. There's so many things you need to step outside. There's so many things that are going on that you need to be part of. Because the more you go, the more you know more people, the more you expand your network. So it is important for you to connect with your community. It is important for you to extend, to communicate with others. In every strong community, there is an unspoken promise. I see you and you matter. Those are the most important thing. And that promise becomes a lifetime, a lifeline, in hard times. Have you ever seen, there's this saying that, even the people that you meet, some friends are stronger, they have stronger bond with you than even the ones that they are your blood. And it's life. And that's you building a community. So I'm encouraging you that when someone stumble, the community don't point fingers. It extends the hand. When voices feel small, the community makes room for them to be heard. So you need to be part of the community. When heal faster, when you're within a community, you heal faster, you grow stronger together, and we rise higher together. And I think that's what a lot of people are missing, that they don't get to understand that you are not alone. You can't be alone. Living in all these diasporas, you can't be alone. You can't. You can't survive alone. Why do you think some people will take extra time to be like, I want to go to parties, even when it's not convenient? It's not convenient. They spend their extra last cash just to be at a party because they want to be around people. Being around people is very, very powerful. Very powerful. Very powerful. So understand something, that building relationship isn't always easy at the same time. It takes time. It requires patience. It requires forgiveness. It requires courage, because you will step on each other's toes. You will get each other's upset. You will get each other angry. But the ability to grow beyond that is what builds a community. So we have to look beyond our differences. We have to learn to lean onto one another, to lean into understanding each other. But the reward that comes after is greater, because a community where people feel safe to be themselves, where no one feels invisible, and where success is shared, not competed. Hmm. So I'm going to encourage you that, whatever community that you find yourself, make yourself relevant, make yourself known, speak up, step up, show up, show up. There's this saying in my dialect that says, um, I'm trying to see if I can translate it in English, that people are your currency. The people are your currency. If you don't have people, damn, what are you doing? Nothing. So you need the people. You need people. Building relationship is important. Strong relationship turns neighborhood into families. They turn challenges into collective strength. They turn me into we as a group. So today, build the relationship. Start with a conversation. Be the person who connects instead of divided. Because when you build strong relationship, we just don't create community. We create a belonging. And belonging is where hope lives. Is where hope lives. So, you know, it's important that we build a community. It's important that we share, that you get involved. This is a new year. I don't know if this is for you or for someone out there, but I know that it is time for you to build your community. It is time for you to stop isolating yourself. It is time for you to get outside, to step outside, be part of something. Make your name known, make your presence known. Let people share out of your wisdom, out of your knowledge. Don't just keep those beautiful, intelligent ideas that you have. Don't just keep it to yourself. You know, like I said that, I can't wait for next week, because next week is going to be great, because our guest is going to really really dive into this topic a lot, because it's very very important, and it's an important topic to talk about at the beginning of the year, so you can set your priority right, so you can set your goals, so you can set your agendas right. So, like I said, thank you so much for joining me on the speaker show tonight. I said tonight is not going to be short, and it's not going to be long, and it's definitely not going to be long. So I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for always being part of my show, for always being here, for always being a wonderful audience. You guys are wonderful. You guys are amazing. I love you guys so much. Please, 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 let's tune in next week. Let's tune in next week. Please, let's show up so we can learn, so we can know the importance of so many things that we take for granted that we don't even know. So I'm encouraging you that next week, let's all be here and have a very, very wonderful time and a great time. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here. And I remain your host, your one and only Niniola Fatai. So thank you for being here with me. And please, 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 like I've always said, this is a new year. I have a goal, and my goal is to reach another 1,000 subscriber this year. So please, I want you guys to join me in doing that. I want you guys to please share the video, like them, please. Let's take this thing forward. Let's take it from where it is now to another step. So please, I'm counting on each and every one of you to let us move the speaker show together. So I'm counting on you. Please share the video, like them, click on the notification button so you can always get the new episode that comes on the speaker show, so you can be aware when something is going on. So once again, thank you for joining, and I remain your one and only host, Niniola Fatai, and I'm sorry that we couldn't have our guest here with us tonight, but he's going to be here with us next week Friday. So tune in and let's have a great time. Until then, I want to say a very big thank you and bye to each and every one of you. Have a very, very wonderful, wonderful evening and enjoy your great new year. Yes. All right.